What's going on, everybody? Mile High back up with another video, and today I've got another TownHall 17 attack strategy for you guys. This one is using double super troops, so if you are short on Dark Elixir, this might not be the best for you, but if you have the super potions, those might be worth using if you want to try this out. It is actually really strong. The biggest issue I've been having with this is time. So as you see down here in the bottom left for equipments, I am using Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome on the Warden, but I actually tested it out a little bit in friendly challenges afterwards, and I actually made this change. I liked using the Rage Gem and the Healing Tome. It just speeds it up because I did have a couple time fails. That's why I'm also using the Haste File on the Royal Champion just to speed up her charge a little bit. I'm using Action Figure and Magic Mirror on the Queen, Earthquake Boot, Spiky Ball on the King. That isn't necessary. The only thing that's mandatory, 100% mandatory, is obviously the Electro Boots on the Royal Champion because we are going to be doing a Royal Champion charge. And as you see, we're combining the Super Yetis with Super Archers. I'm just bringing a Baby Dragon to fill the last 10 space, just to help with funneling a little bit. I am breaking the Quad Quake because obviously we can't bring Super Wall Breakers because we are already using 2 Super Troops. So that's why I did that. I bring a Log Launcher and a Troop Launcher in the Clan Castle. I found myself liking the Troop Launcher a little bit more, but some bases, if you have to cross a long ways to get to the Town Hall, I think the Log Launcher would be better. But if you aren't going to be using Eternal Tome, the Log Launcher isn't your best bet because it's just easy for it to take damage and go down with the new change to the Eternal Tome. It's just too important to have because obviously without the invincibility, it can be getting targeted and it just doesn't make it as far. So we're going to hop into a friendly challenge first to show you guys how this works, and then we'll get into some Legend League attacks. Alright, so it is pretty simple to set this up. You're just going to start off obviously with a Royal Champion charge. If I can get my drawing to pop up here. Okay, so we're going to start probably up here is where I'm going to set my Royal Champion. And most likely, based on where these defenses are, she's going to work her way down like this. So I'm not sure exactly what all she'll get, but it should be most of this should be gone here. So that sets a really good funnel on this side. And then after that, it's kind of up to you, but for me, I'm probably just going to use a couple Super Yetis. Maybe down here on the bottom, maybe even just one Super Yeti with a couple Super Archers to set the other side of the funnel. Maybe the Baby Dragon as well. It just kind of depends how much we need to set that funnel. Baby Dragon could probably get value up here, taking out that Ricochet Cannon as long as it's not trapped, but it's most likely trapped. So we're probably just going to drop a couple down here on the left side since most of that right side funnel is going to be set from the Royal Champion anyway. We shouldn't really lose many troops. And then we'll just spread out the rest of our troops in a line like this. First, I'm going to drop my Super Yetis, followed by my Super Archers, and then drop my King, my Queen, my Warden, and my Log Launcher. And I'm not sure, this one I do have a long ways to go to the Town Hall, so I might use Log Launcher, but like I said, Troop Launcher works really good as well. As you'll see in the Legend League attacks, we will be using Troop Launchers. So that's all there is to it. Then you're just going to Quad Quake open a section of the base, obviously. So we're probably going to go, obviously since we don't have wall breakers, we want to get that outside wall if at all possible. So we'll probably just do something like that. Not the most important. The only reason I'm bringing the Quad Quakes is just to get through that first layer of walls, obviously. So really, it might even be more efficient if you want to just bring a jump spell to get over that first layer of walls. Completely up to you. So I'm going to get rid of the drawing now, and we're going to hop right into it. Start off with the Royal Champion charge. We're going to use her up here. I used her a little bit farther down than I said before, just because I want to make sure she does go down this direction, because I want the funnel to be set on this side so we can go in from the bottom. Just because it helps us cross through all the heavy-hitting defenses first. So Royal Champion starting to clear out the trash on the outside first. Now she works her way in. We're going to get to the Inferno Tower and the Multi-Archer Tower now. And like I said, I am using Haste File, so I'm going to wait until she gets into a bigger, more compact area of defenses or the heavy-hitting defenses, and then I will pop her ability. I do like using it too if she passes into a Poison Tower like this, because like I said, the Poison Tower will slow you down a lot. So trying to nullify that maybe a little bit with her Haste File does work out well. There, I probably should have waited for it to go down, but it's alright. We skip past it. We do get frozen up as well from an Ice Golem and a CC. We are behind both of these Fire Spitters now, which is really nice. We'll be able to take both of those out without having to worry about them whatsoever. Obviously, this one wouldn't have really done much because we're going to be coming in behind it. But regardless, we get pretty solid value. And look, we set a massive funnel over there. So now I'm just going to Earthquake open, and we unfortunately missed the outside wall, but we do have an open wall in this corner. But still, I should have been a little bit more careful there, because it was most important to get the outside wall, and that's the one thing I missed. But I guess it is what it is. We'll get everything in, get down our Log Launcher. Hopefully it can open up this wall. We do have a Yak as well, but of course our Yak's just running around not doing anything. finally targets the wall. We do get most of the troops to go in. We got a couple Super Yetis and a couple Super Archers wander up to the top, but that's completely fine. We'll get rid of that ricochet cannon. And then they should come back and meet up with their... No, they might actually go up, which is perfectly fine. It helps to help clean up trash up there anyway, because like I said, time can be an issue with this. So we get our king into the Town Hall compartment now. We did use his earthquake boots to open up this big section of the base here. So as long as you can get over that initial first layer of walls, like I said, your electro boots, not your electro boots, sorry, your earthquake boots do a good job opening up the rest of the base. Our two Yetis here out of our log launcher hopefully can get that ricochet cannon, but I don't know if they're going to. Oh wow, no, that ricochet cannon actually wrecked. Oh, okay, never mind. It did go down. But it did wreck our Yeti mites and our Yetis. But look, we're crushing this base. This Super Yeti up here, doing a good job cleaning that trash. We used our Queen's Magic Mirror just to help speed this up a little bit. We still have two Super Yetis alive. Our Giant from our action figure. Our Warden's still alive. We have a Yeti out of the clan castle. Queen's still full health. Our Phoenix is still alive. Yeah, 3 Super Yetis. This base was completely crushed. And I'm a completely max TownHall 17, so that's telling you something. Crushed the base. So we're going to go hop into some Legend League attacks now. Unfortunately, 2 days in a row I was very busy, so I missed a whole bunch of my Legend League attacks. So I was lower in trophies today, so I didn't find the highest level bases. But as you see here, it does work against max bases. So it is what it is. Same concept applies, but we're going to go hop into those now. Alright, into the first Legend League attack. Like I said, this is a very, very under-leveled TownHall 17. This is one of the more rushed TownHall 17s I've seen in a long time. Usually you don't see 17s that have, what is that, like level town... I think that's TownHall 13 walls. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So this is a very rushed base. So we're not going to spend too much time on this. We're probably just going to 2x through this, honestly, because obviously not the highest level base, but it is Legend League. I couldn't pick and choose what bases I found, and I had already used most of mine, so I could only use these 3 attacks in Legend League with this army. So I just got to show you these ones. So we're just using our Royal Champion charge, getting as much value as we can. We still have 3 invises left, so we're going to get a massive chunk of this base. Now look at that. She went down that entire flank. Is now going down the bottom side flank. We're finally out of invises, but she is going to get the Inferno. Look how much base is gone. We were at like, what, 30% just from the Royal Champion. So in Legend League, obviously, you have the debt collectors as well. I just kind of like to use those to help funnel on the one side. Honestly, not that useful for me. We're going to send everything into the middle here. Here, we're still using the Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome. It does work, but like I said, it's much, much slower. So we're going to poison up the clan castle. This time I did use the troop launcher. If you are going to use the troop launcher, make sure you delay it until your troops get closer to the core, because it's nice to have the wall breakers to help open up the backside walls. That's what I really like using the troop launcher for. But as you see, we sweep through this base, and it was absolutely overkill. I don't even know if we lost any troops. But like I said, that was a very under-leveled base. So I'm going to go hop into another replay now. Alright, this is a much better base now. Actually has TownHall 17 defenses and walls, so this is actually a really solid base. We're going to send the Royal Champion charge in from the bottom into that Archer Tower. We're going to push into that Scatter Shot. As you see, there's a bunch of defenses in this compartment. Not great base building by this guy, because there's no trash buildings in here whatsoever. It's just all defenses. So it's very, very vulnerable to a Royal Champion charge or even a Fireball. This entire compartment's going to go down in a hurry. The Queen's in here as well. Even more value if you were to have a Fireball. But again, we're going to be using the Royal Champion charge. We're going to get into the Ricochet Cannon now. And look, we still have 4 invises left after this one, so we're going to be getting a lot of value. That entire compartment's already down. We're going to move down to the Multi-Archer Tower now, and then she'll move back up to that Builder Hut. There's a Ground Expo there. There's another Ricochet Cannon. We should be able to trigger both of these Invis Towers, hopefully. That's the plan. If we could do that, that would be really clutch. I'm not sure if we're going to or not. It's going to be close here. Obviously, she's going to go down, and we don't have Phoenix, so she might not. I'm not 100% sure, but she is going to pull most of the clan castle. Can we trigger both of those invises? We do. Perfect. So we got a really nice funnel set. We used our earthquakes right here to open up that section, so now we basically have access to the entire core of this base. So I use a Super Yeti and a couple Super Archers and my debt collectors up at the top to set that side of the funnel. I'm just going to drop everything else in the middle, and we are crossing the entire base this time, so I am going to use the log launcher. Like I said, if you have to go a long ways to the Town Hall, I use the log launcher, and if the Town Hall is a little bit closer to the side you're entering from, I much prefer to use the troop launcher in that case. And now our log launcher should actually be able to take out that invis tower in the front before it re-triggers again. The one in the back might be a problem, because I don't think it's going to rearm before our log launcher goes down, so I don't think we're going to trigger it again. It's going to be actually pretty close here. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, that invis tower is back now. It was so close to going down, but we took out that entire compartment anyway because our log launcher had the TownHall so weak that our earthquake boots and spiky ball took out the TownHall before that invis tower could even make anything invisible. It literally just invised itself at that point. So we're cruising through this base. We used our queen's ability. Make sure we got our giant and our magic mirror out there just to start cleaning up this base a little faster, because I was running short on time in this case. So one of our queen clones actually does go down and take out that single inferno, which is clutch. We have our 3 Yetis out of our log launcher up here at the top with our king and our warden. We still have our giant from the action figure as well. And as you see, we crushed this base, cruised through absolutely no problem. Just a couple trash buildings left, 99 and 100. So a nice, easy 3 stars. You saw I attacked 2 really high-level bases and cruised through them no problem. Like I said, time's the biggest factor for me. So if you want to, you could drop the earthquakes for a jump and maybe a rage. That'll help speed you up a little bit as well. And then, like I said, I made the change over to the rage vial and the healing tome and dropped the eternal tome for this attack. So that's the changes I've made. In my opinion, it just makes it a little bit stronger, a little bit faster. So let me know in the comments how this works out for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys next time.